vabbing, but shh, don't wake the baby. So this is the video I didn't really want to have to make, but it's unavoidable at this time of the year in Sweden. The Swede that I'm not going to be joined by in today's Becoming Swedish video is my Swedish daughter, and that's because right now she's lying in her bed sleeping because she's ill. So today is probably as good a time as any to talk about vabbing and talk about what happens when you have a sick child in Sweden. And vabbing was something that was specifically put on my list of 72 things to do, to try before I become a Swedish citizen next year. So let's talk about vabbing. So VAB stands for vård av barn, or care of child. So VAB, or vabbing as it's often called, is essentially when you get paid by the state social security office to stay at home and take care of your sick child. It acts as a kind of loss of income compensation. Usually the compensation is a little bit less than about 80% of your normal salary for the time that you take off. And in most cases you can take it up to a maximum of 120 days a year of VAB days. VAB is another way that the Swedish government likes to support working families, so that when your child is sick, you don't have to send your child sick to daycare, or you don't have to take time off unpaid from your own job. This way your child gets healthier and doesn't infect all the other children at the daycare. I don't claim to be an expert on the different types of parental leave that the Swedish government can provide, but the local Sweden, which is a great English-speaking news resource here in Sweden, they have a great article that details all the different types of parental leave that are provided for parents in Sweden, so I'm going to link it in the description. So vabbing is a really great system, but as somebody who's not accustomed to this type of system, it can be a little bit difficult to adjust to. I mean, I know I want to be home and I definitely want to be taking care of my sick daughter so she can get healthy and go back to daycare. But there's always a little bit of guilt in the back of your head that your time is promised elsewhere. Maybe you're supposed to be in a meeting, maybe you're supposed to be taking care of something. As an outsider, this is kind of one element of working life that I found it difficult to get used to. So it's really tempting to find those few moments in the day to maybe check your email or see what's happening at work, but ultimately that distracts you from the reason that you're there. So as a foreigner in Sweden, getting used to vabbing and just trying to switch off and not look at the phone and trying to focus on what's most important, that's really been a learning experience in my Becoming Swedish journey. So I was reflecting a lot on vabbing this week, and I was drawn to a blog that was written by Jill from Little Bear Abroad. And if you're not familiar with Little Bear Abroad, it's a fantastic resource for international English-speaking parents that are living in Stockholm. I'll link it below, and it saved us a million times, and I'm definitely not getting paid to say this. So Jill wrote a little bit about her vabbing experiences, and I'm just going to read you a little extract of something that really sung true with me. She wrote, "One of the most difficult things I find about VAB is letting go of all the things I should be doing. That constant list of to-dos in my head tick by as the minutes, hours, days slowly shuffle forward with a sick kid. The best medicine for this is just to give in. Give in to the to-do list and park it at the back of your head. In the meantime, focus on your attention on stroking the little person's back, holding their hair and gently reassuring them, and put that phone away." So that's what I'm going to do. I'm switching off for the day. This is the end of my vabbing vlog, and I'm going to focus on what's most important. And today that's plenty of medicine and vitamins, hot bubble baths, and sleep, sleep, sleep. And maybe at the end of the day, if I'm lucky, I'll have time for a hot cup of coffee, maybe even put my feet up.